known as wall. Get yourselves ready for a loud and colourful start to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Give them a large round of applause and cheer for the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows. I can hear Red 1 say, "I'm pulling up," which means they are going for a full display. As you can see, all the aircraft now start to collapse and form the 7 arrow shape. The aircraft pulling up at 400 miles an hour at 4G, reaching approximately 5,500 feet, slowing down to approximately 150 miles an hour over the top. Red 1 brings the formation to the right. Red 1 is Squadron Leader Tom Bold. He is his second year as the team leader, having previously served on the team in 2017 as Synchro Lead. He is a former Hawk and Tucano qualified flying instructor and flew the Typhoon operationally. Red 1 calls for the next manoeuvre as Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move slightly back, forming the big wing formation of our first space-themed formation. This is Shuttle. As the formation rolls to the left, on the right hand side, on the closest in, is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. Stu's in his first year on the team, having flown Typhoon operationally with 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Coningsby. His opposite number on the left is Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy. Paddy has flown the Tornado GR4 and has also flown Typhoon with 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Coningsby. Reds 4 and 5 smoke, and Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 form a line abreast. Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team is based at RAF Scampton, just to the north of Lincoln. RAF Scampton was also the base for the World War II famous Squadron 617, the Dambusters. RAF Scampton will unfortunately close at the end of this year, and the team will move to RAF Warrington, just to the south of Lincoln. And in tribute to the station, the squadron and its history, and the fact that 617 now flies the F-35 Lightning, this is the Lightning Loop. As the formation bends round to the left, on the outside of that formation is Red 4, Squadron Leader John Bond. Bond is in his 5th year on the team, having previously been Synchro Lead. He's also a qualified flying instructor on Tucano, and he was the Tucano display pilot in 2012. He has also flown Typhoon operationally. Reds 4 and 5 once again smoke as Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move up the formation, tucked in just behind Red 1. Red 6 and 7 split at the back, with Red 6 forming behind Red 2 on the right and Red 7 forming behind Red 3 on the left. This is all right while Red 1 is bending the formation round to the right, holding 3G, making the move even more trickier. Midlands Airfestival, this is the Phoenix Roll. As the formation rolls to the left, you can see the iconic shape of the Hawk aircraft. The Hawk entered service with the Royal Air Force in 1976 and joined the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team in 1979. In March 2022, 100 Squadron and 736 Royal Naval Air Squadron stopped flying the Hawk, making the Red Arrows the sole operator of the Hawk T Mark 1 in the United Kingdom. The Hawk is capable of flying supersonic in a dive and is capable of flying up to 48,000 feet. Once again, Reds 4 and 5 smoking. You'll see them sliding backwards in the formation to sit on the right and left of Reds 6 and 7. The Royal Air Force has continued trying to adapt its capabilities, and in 2021, on the 1st of April, the UK Space Command was formed, with the Royal Air Force acknowledging how important space was to all military operations of air, land, sea and cyber domains. In tribute to the importance of space and those first missions of the 1960s with a shape that represents the lunar landing module, this is Apollo. Throughout the display, generally the speeds of the aircraft are flying around about 350 miles per hour. Once again, Red 1 calls for the formation change. You see Reds 4 and 5 moving behind the formation in trail with Reds 6 and 7 moving up on the wings. This puts all the odd numbers on the left hand side and all the even numbers on the right hand side. As the aircraft come round to the right, this is one of our favourite manoeuvres and one of the most dynamic and colourful of the show. One of the most trickiest ones to fly, and in tribute to the combat aircraft no longer in service but was on operations for nearly 40 years, this is Tornado. Get your cameras ready for the bright colours and smoke. Red 4 course reports that Red 5 and 4 roll around the white smoke and red and blue of Reds 2 and 3. Watch for the colour change as Red 1 bends the formation to the right. Red 5 smoking red, Red 4 smoking blue. Red 5 is Flight Lieutenant Dave Simmons, Simo. Simo, the former Tornado pilot. And also flew the Harrier and the F5 while on exchange with the United States Marine Corps. 2020, as I'm sure you're aware, is a very special year for the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. Her Majesty the Queen celebrates 70 years on the throne, making her the longest living reigning monarch in history and the longest ever reigning female monarch. In celebration of her Platinum Jubilee, ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready for the very colourful Jubilee Present. On that Jubilee stage, you'll see some of the aircraft will be flying with their air brakes out. This disturbs the airflow behind the exhaust and makes the smoke fuller for your enjoyment. As we come to the end of the first half, I think you'll agree you've seen some fantastic formation flying involving 7 aircraft. Formation flying is a core skill for all military pilots, but I think you'll agree the Red Arrows take it to the next level with formation changes and some aerobatics. The second half of the show, the formation will split down into 2 sections. We have Reds 1 through 5. They are known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5 from the children's series books. And then you have Red 6 and 7 as a synchro pair, led by synchro lead Red 6. It is the job of the synchro pair to perform the fast, dynamic and high speed opposition passes, with all formations demonstrating the high skill of the pilots and the manoeuvrability of the Hawk aircraft. Look directly to your front now and you'll see the nose lights of Enid on top and the synchro pair just slightly below. Get your cameras ready for the start of the second part of the show. This is Detonator. That tone used by Red 6 signals for the synchro pair to break away from the aircraft, from the ground, smoking red and blue. Red 7 on the left and Red 6 on the right. Both aircraft smoking white position themselves for their next manoeuvre. They will both dive down to approximately 300 feet with a closing speed of over 700 miles per hour. They will perform a series of barrel rolls on the line before a cross in the double rolls. Look to your front right now, you'll see the nose lights of Enid in line abreast, leaders benefit formation smoking white. The red, white and blue come on as the Red 1 bends the formation around to the left. He will perform a series of barrel rolls, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in Python. Double tone on the radio means that the synchro pair are now starting their return back to the display area as Enid disappears to our left. Keep scanning your eyes left and right for the synchro pair, once again at approximately 200 feet and with a closing speed of over 700 miles per hour. Red 6 coming in from the left and Red 7 coming in from the right. As they cross perform a series of rolls, they will pull up using G. 5G meaning that everything about them is now weighing 5 times heavier than what you and I are feeling right now. They will pull up to approximately 2,700 feet perform a series of half horizontals before diving back down to 200 feet. This is Boomerang. Looking to your left now, you'll have Enid formation coming in from the left. You see Reds 2 and 3 performing barrel rolls around Reds 4 and 5 smoke and red. Reds 4 and 5 smoke blue as they barrel roll around Reds 2 and 3 in rollbacks. This is one of the trickiest formations and manoeuvres for our new pilot each year to master. As Enid disappears to our right hand side, you can just see synchro pairs skirting along the treetops as they return back to the display area. Red 7 calls the board as he barrel rolls around the smoke of Red 6, smoking red, white and blue. Red 7 is Flight Lieutenant James Turner, JT. He's in his third year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon operationally. Ladies and gentlemen, give the synchro pair a round of applause. Keep your eye on the synchro pair off to the left hand side as they pull that 5G once again with Red 7 in trail on Red 6. Red 6 is squadron leader Gregor Oxton in his 4th year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon and Harrier and also a qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark 2. Red 6 smokes blue, pulls that hard turn away from the crowd line up to your front right 45 and you'll see Enid in the inverted V. Turn for this year. Get your cameras ready for the colourful double goose. Each aircraft is fitted with a smoke pod. That smoke is capable of operating 5 minutes of white, 1 minute of blue and 1 minute of red. Look directly to your front as the synchro pair pull up in trail. One of the favourite shapes for the year is the synchro heart. The Red Arrows would like to dedicate today's heart to Caroline Haycock and Martin Foss, and also to a very special gentleman, Mr. Harry Garthwaite. He's an RAF veteran pilot who's 102 years old today. He's clocked off 2,500 flying hours and flew 23 different aircraft types, including the Hurricane and Spitfire. He was part of the Met flights during the war and flew over Europe during weather forecasts all the way through for Intel. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Harry Garthwaite, who's an absolute legend and RAF veteran pilot. Red 6 and 7 now reposition themselves. Smoke comes on as they turn once back to the display line. Once again they'll dive down to 200 feet with that closing speed over 700 miles per hour. They'll perform a series of double rolls with some inverted flight as they leave the display area in a manoeuvre that was named by a viewer of the one show in 2020. This is Crossbow. Look directly to your front now and you'll once again see the nose lights of Ian in formation in that line abreast formation. Red 1 puts his red smoke on, performs a series of barrel rolls around the rest of Ian, performing the infinity symbol in the infinity break. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute honour and a pleasure to display for you today. Please put your hands together for the Red Arrows! Red 1 smokes white as he gathers the rest of the formation to take them back to RAF Fairford. Midlands Airfestival, it has been an absolute honour and a pleasure to perform to you for the last 3 days. We really appreciate your support, and if you'd like to know some more information about the Royal Air Force or the Red Arrows, you can have a look on the internet for raf.mod.uk/Red Arrows. You can also find us on Facebook, RAF Red Arrows.